The 4th of July threw up some big things. I opened some big packs, got loads of new cars and quite a lot of fuse material. Let's see what my garage looks like now. Hey, I'm Mike. I do get sucked into the big pack offers. I love them. After last week's 4th of July packs, let's have a look at my garage and see what's changed. I pulled a lot of new cars and I pulled a lot of fuse material, and that has allowed me to upgrade some of my better cars. That's what I'm going to show you today. First off, let's look at the epics that I've maxed since our last update. That last garage update that I did was my 1000 days, 200 legendaries, 100 videos. That was back in the end of May, so it's not been that long really, but significant changes because of the 4th of July packs. I thought we'd better have a quick look, especially at what I've got missing more than what I've got. So we'll start off with what I've maxed in my epic range. Obviously I'm putting upgrades in epics that aren't being maxed, but these are my maxed cars. Let's start at the low end. The first one I've maxed recently is the A66 Buick Wildcat. It was for the Brabham BT62 Tri-Series, which was a couple of weeks ago. I don't know how useful it's going to be, but I think it's a middle of the road card. It should be okay, I think. It was useful, it won me a Tri-Series car. Next off, Bentley Continental, which I maxed to win the Skoda Fabia Rally prize car in the Heavy Metal Challengers. Never going to get much use out of this, but you never know. These Bentleys, the low-end Bentleys, do come in handy in Challengers quite often. Let's have a look. Next up is the Chevrolet Boyego at RQ70. I maxed this for the Bugatti Divo Tri-Series Finals. I got it in the packs in the qualification event and I maxed it straight away, and it got me the Bugatti Divo in the end. Not used it since, but it should be useful. Something a bit out there. The next thing is my A75 Ford GT40. Now I use this in a daily, once every 20 days, once every 30 days, whenever the dailies come round. I use it for the test bowl. It is the best of the old cars for that, I don't know what it is. It's pre-80s, isn't it, the daily? So it's a useful car for that. I've always had it 221, so now it's 332. I think the last thing on my list is the truck. Yes, the RQ76 Ford F-150 Raptor. I put fuses straight away when I got this, but I only took it to 222 because I was unsure whether it was going to end up being a drag truck or a general truck. It's definitely not twisty, but it's difficult because there's a few trucks in that RQ range that do have the same sort of 0 to 60, which is really in the low 3.1. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to take another one as a drag truck. What I've done is 323 because Top Drive's record says that that's what most people are doing. It does get a 79 handling, which is quite reasonable for its comparable US trucks in the Epic range. So pretty pleased to have finished that off finally. That's the last of the significant epics that have been maxed. Let's have a look at the legendaries that I've maxed with the fuse material from the 4th of July packs. Oh, and of course, before the 4th of July packs, I happened to put some upgrades and things as well. So let's start at the beginning. Cadillac Lyric. It's dreadful, I hate it with a passion, but it has won me prize cars and it's won me events. So it was worth maxing in the end, but it won't get much use now. American Overdrive is coming to a close. The RQ98 Lancia ECV is a wicked car. Weirdly, I use it more on drags, on short drags, than I do on anything else, which is why I've had it at 231 for a long time. I have put the last fuses in that. Now it is 233. Even though I use it on drags, I think that's the better way to go for the future proofing of the car. Really good car, really love it. Next up is my RQ99 Hennessy Venom, which I have said many times I wasn't going to take past 222, just because it leaves a sour feeling when you lose on the test bowl, on the wet test bowl, to itself that is unupgraded. The 111 Hennessy Venom beats the 222 Hennessy Venom on the wet test bowl for some ungodly reason, so I've been sort of leaving it at 222, but because of this excess fuse material, all these extra epics and legendaries that I can use as fuse material, I've taken it to 332 tune drag spec, so that is finally finished. Also, my Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT, which is a really useful car. I use it so much. It's RQ100, it's the highest top speed for an all-surface car I think I've got. It's just really useful. It comes in all criterias, seemingly. So I have finished maxing that, and that is 323. I wasn't sure if I was going to go drag spec for that either, because it is a bit of a test bowl car, but 323 seems like the way to go. My RQ103 Audi R18 has been sitting there looking at me for a while. I've wanted to finish it off. I've had quite a few fuses in it previously. When I've had fuse material, I've been upgrading it basically. So I've just done it. It's now 233. It gets 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, and it's got 113 handling. It's one of my best cars. The Koenigsegg I haven't had for very long. Really low 0 to 60 and not bad handling. I've maxed that 233. It's going to be very useful because I don't have the other Koenigsegg Chimera. Okay, let's quickly look at what cars I don't own. My big aim in this game obviously is to win packs and win cars and stuff like that, but I really want to collect every car to make challenges easy and to make events easy. I am getting close to that. Obviously we've got an update around the corner which will mess with these numbers, so it's a great time to show you that I only need one more super rare to complete my super rares. I have all the commons, uncommons and rares, which is wicked. These are non-prize cards of course. Ultra rares, I only need 10. That's like 1 page. That's really cool. Let's start with the super rare. The super rare is the RQ47 Volvo V70 in gold. It's not a bad car actually, I'd quite like to have it. I've suffered a few times in the past when it first came out as part of the European New Wave update. It's quite good, it's got good handling. So I would really like to get it, plus it is the last super rare I need. It would be really cool to get it. What I have been working hard on is the ultra rares. I only need 10 more, which is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy number. And there's not that many. They're not that key, to be fair. The most key, I think, is the Dodge Powerbox. The RQ60 Dodge Powerbox that has the off-road tyres and the four-wheel drive now. It is actually potentially a useful car. I would really like to get hold of it. There's a couple of other things that I think might be quite useful. The Dodge Hornet was recently in an event against me, looked quite good. Nothing to write home about particularly, but not too bad. And there's a four-wheel drive standard tyre Buick Envision, which also would be useful to have. I'm not crying out for any of these cars, but I really want to finish the ultra rares. 10 ultra rares missing is a crazy number. So because I'm close to the end of the ultra rares, what I'm working on now is epics. That's why those 4th of July titanium packs were so special for me, because they get me epics. And I know you're looking at the epics and you're thinking they're all of the Audis and BMWs, what the hell. But that's kind of important to me. I'm filling in gaps that I've burnt in the past because I've needed to find fuse material for Tri-Series cars to win prize cars. I've burnt some of my lower end epics in that process. I've now started to replace them and I'm now epic collecting. It doesn't mean I won't burn them again if I've got a Tri-Series and I don't have the facility to upgrade legendaries without unlocking cars, but I will keep them locked until that happens. I do have some duplicates which I can unlock necessarily. I'm keeping them because they're good cars, but I've not found the need to max a second one. That's like this Hyundai. I've got that Porsche. You know what I mean? They're great cars, but I've never used a second one. The Ravani Beast as well. So what we have an update coming. Update 23 is on its way. It's important that I don't burn through all my fuse material, especially for the high-end stuff. I've collected a shed load of ultra rare fuse material and super rare fuse material, but I also have a substantial number of epics and legendaries hanging around, which is really cool. Let me just quickly show you the legendaries. Right, so there's those three. Aerial Atom is Gaz collection. Now my Gaz collection is pretty good. That's the tag that's coming up in a week or two. Probably next week actually. I've got a pretty good legendary collection for that, so I don't think I need a second Aerial Atom, but it's there. I'm not going to fuse it away anyway for the time being until the new update drops. Therefore, it could come in handy if I need it. But they're my 3 unlocked duplicate legendaries and my unlocked duplicate epics. which I have 14 at the moment. Obviously I do keep duplicate epics, but these aren't, to me, key epics to keep 2 of. The next thing to do is a possible little ceremony. I have duplicate legendaries. I don't keep a lot of duplicate legendaries. In the past I've kept off-roaders. This is what I've got at the moment. Obviously the stuff down this end, you've just seen those 3. I've got my 2 Lancia Deltas. I'm keeping them, they're safe at the moment. But these 4 at the top end, I pulled them all during Black Friday pack opening last year, and they're not getting used. So I'm going to unlock them, I think. Let's have a look at them one by one. That's my Porsche 956. It's drag spec'd 332 because I only ever seem to use it on drags. So I know most people go 233, but let's unlock the duplicate because honestly, no races since Black Friday is crazy to have it hanging around. The same with my Porsche 911. That's my maxed one, getting a lot of use, but here is my Black Friday duplicate. No races, let's unlock it. I don't like doing this because they're high RQ legendaries, but honestly, look how much use that Porsche, the blue Porsche, is getting. I've never used the blue Porsche 911. It's crazy. And the Mazda Furai is a different kettle of fish. I'm scared a bit of getting rid of the Mazda Furai. 2 races, I understand since Black Friday is in the same league as 0 races, but it's just such a dominant car. I'm worried about getting rid of it. I think I'm going to unlock it because I think I'm going to need some serious fuse material to upgrade legendaries in the next month. So adding those 4 in, that gives us 7 legendaries, which is 7 upgrades into a legendary, which is a lot. You know what I mean? That gets you somewhere really good when it comes around to Tri-Series or Challenges or just dominating with the new update. Of course, I've got my 14 epics, which is kind of cool, and that will do me a lot of upgrades in the future. The other thing I just wanted to discuss at the end of this video is I am saving cash and gold and renown. I'll come back to that in a minute. But yeah, my cash, I'm just under 3 million. Because of the daily objectives, I'm really struggling to get over 3 million because I tend to earn about the same each day that I have to spend on upgrading super rares and things like that for the daily objectives. And I know you can play about whether you upgrade it and you sell it kind of thing, but I like to upgrade cars, so I don't really want to upgrade them and sell them. You know what I mean, that kind of thing, unlocked cars. So I'm struggling to get over 3 million. I'm going to get there though very soon. I just need to play a bit of clubs, I guess. The gold is still pretty high because obviously I bought gold during the 4th of July packs and I made sure I had some left over for the coming months. That may look like a lot. It is a lot. Trust me, it is a lot. But it's going to stop me having to worry about buying gold over the next few months as the update comes out and as Tri-Series become situations for opening packs. So that's cool. The other thing of note is, although I always use my renown as it comes up, I spend it on the championships trying to earn an ultra rare or super rare, or rare more often than not. At the moment I'm trying to keep somewhere in the 600 region because there is a new campaign coming and we don't really know if it's using renown or if it will be free to enter type stuff. So burning renown is probably not necessarily the right move. What I need to do though is keep under 1,000 because as soon as you hit 1,000 that's wasted every time you get renown. So I will go now and burn 300 of it on trying to win an ultra rare. I'll show you what I do. It's in the championship. It's the last round. I have the hands saved, so we just throw them in and it's pot luck. Sometimes you get an ultra rare, sometimes you get super rare, more times than not you get a rare. But that's money, you just sell it if it's a rare. Here we go, that's a win. And Nissan Cedric, there you go, it's a super rare. So it's a super rare for fuse material. At the moment I got a lot of super rares in fuse material, so it's not too much of a problem. But it's got me down to 650 renown. Through the events in the next few days I'll get back up to 900 and do it again. And that's the garage review. So, big changes to the garage over the last week. The big packs are great. I know there are a lot of people who don't see the value in spending money on packs in top drives. It's a personal choice and you should never feel pushed into buying gold to open packs, no matter what the offers are. Also, I'm at a very specific point where I'm nearly finished collecting all the ultras and I move into collecting all the epics. Because of this, I'm okay with not pulling key game-changing cars. I already have most of them anyway. Filling out my garage with the BMWs and the Audis will get me to my goal quicker. An important thing that I always try to promote in top drives is it's a game to entertain you. It's an escape from life. If you aren't enjoying it, you probably shouldn't be playing it. I really enjoy it. That's why I buy gold, and that's why I make these videos. Make sure you're enjoying it, whatever level you're at. That's all for today. Take care of yourself. I'll be back in a couple of days. For now though, get yourself out of here. We are done.